Yeah, once again, I didn't say nearly everything I wanted to say, so here, double program. There's no other word for it. This is pathetic. I am totally with you, guy. I would rather be anywhere else in the world than there right now. Wow. And he's got Gyarados, so this guy is really smart, actually. And once again, I'm tracing and Intimidate, which is going to give me a chance to actually talk about it, as I promised in the last video anyway. In Generation 3, the Intimidate drop, as you just saw, I didn't Intimidate Gyarados, even though I traced the Intimidate. But in Generation 4, they changed that, so when you trace an ability, like for example Intimidate, the effect takes place when you trace it instead of when you switch your Pokemon in, and the ability hasn't been traced yet. And that is why Porygon 2 is so effective against the likes of Gyarados and Salamence, which is why I'd be a little sad to see Salamence go, because it would mean that Porygon 2 wouldn't be quite as useful. I'm really a sucker for Porygon 2. I really love that thing, so I would like for it to stay relevant, but if Salamence being banned means a more balanced game, then so be it. I'm prepared to deal with the sacrifices. Anyway, as I already told you multiple times, there will be a week-long Mario Marathon at thespeedgamers.com for the benefit of Act Today, but they've also got other fundraising plans for getting an actual HQ. If you weren't aware of that, I'm telling you that right now. They're going to be raising money starting on June 25th, I believe, and they're going to be raising money so that they can pay themselves an HQ, because so far all of their marathons have been done from Brit's parents' basement, and it's a shoebox in Phil's own terms. So it's just really not fit for making game marathons, especially with the large scale that the Speed Gamers have taken over the last 2 years. So an HQ has become fairly necessary. I don't know how they're planning to get that HQ, if it's going to be, you know, renting a place or something. I have honestly no idea. They know better than I do. What? Did you just see that? It was Lila who was talking to me, but the text said Roy. So, proofreading. This is why you don't let your cat do the proofreading of your game script. Really scary when she gets angry, I can see that. That's why she doesn't have a boyfriend. Wow! Ouch! She was so burned. That was one of the best zingers I've seen in any Pokemon game ever. That's why she doesn't have a boyfriend. And the other, I want a boyfriend so much. Well, stop getting angry all the time for nothing, you jerk! Anyway, I got thrown off from my train of thought, so as I was about to say, before the Speed Gamers have existed for 2 years, and they have never taken a cent from anyone other than themselves for actually organizing the marathon. So this would actually be a first, and I can't say I blame them. It's not like they're actually, you know, begging for money, like, you know, to keep it for themselves or something. It's to help them help charity, if you catch my drift, and I can't really go against that, especially since I can sort of imagine how inconvenient organizing such big events from your parents' basement can be. And when I say they've assumed all expenses so far, I do mean all expenses. I think Phil said that he spent over $1,000 on one marathon. I think it's the Mario Marathon that's coming up, but I'm not exactly sure on that. I would need to check, but still, $1,000 from a single person for a single marathon, that is starting to get rather out of hand. So they really need the help. And while I'm on that topic, major props to I actually practiced saying that name just so I wouldn't blow it while actually recording this, but I blew it anyway. Major props to Anna the Titan for donating $1,000 for that HQ project. $1,000 from a single person, again, who is not a speed gamer, even though she's the official artist of the site, but still, that's absolutely amazing. I don't give shoutouts very often, but this one is totally worth it. $1,000. Where did she get the money? But well, it's going for a good cause, so I'm not complaining or anything like that. But I am going to start complaining about my next subject, which is something I need should be addressed as soon as possible. In the last couple of months, as I gained more and more attention, I started getting spam private messages from a site which I will not name, of course, because that's exactly what they're after, publicity. But the idea is that this is a site that is supposed to help me get my videos noticed. Well, excuse me, but I don't think a shitty site that no one's ever heard of is going to help me get noticed. What got me noticed was a pure coincidence that I ended up in Chugga Conroy's videos, related videos section. Nothing more, nothing less. Even though I was doing quite good before then, I had something like 1,300 subscribers or something like that. But the exact number isn't important. The fact is that YouTube is a known site. This other site that spams me constantly is not. And I keep blocking the accounts that send me this message. It's always the same message over and over again. Get your videos noticed! Get your videos noticed! And no, I keep blocking those accounts, and yet I keep receiving spam. How many of these a-holes are spamming for this site? Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? The next time someone sends me spam about that site, and you know it's gonna happen because so many accounts have sent me that crap already. I have it on good authority. There's a dive spot around here. Well, I'm standing right on it! Captain Obvious to the rescue! Wow! But yeah, what I'm gonna do is the next guy who is unfortunate enough to send me spam for that site, I'm gonna let him have it. And by that I mean a really NSFW reply. This is going to get messy. Ideally, I'd get everyone who's watching this video and I would warn them whenever there is someone who sends me such a message, and we would all get together and mail bomb the crap out of his inbox. But, of course, I don't know if anyone would follow me in such an endeavor. Wouldn't be really effective if only 10 people actually send him something, but hopefully we can make it happen someday. That would be really fun, mail bombing the crap out of spammers for a change. And yeah, about those shards she's talking about, there are 4 types of charge: red, green, blue, and yellow, and they play different roles depending on the game. In Ruby, Sapphire, and Emerald, they can be traded to a guy in a house that's not far from here. Between the point I'm at right now and Moss Deep, there's an island with a house, and you go to that house and you trade the shards for elemental stones. For example, green shard gives you a leaf stone, yellow shard gives you a thunderstone, and so on and so forth. In Diamond and Pearl, you can trade 10 of them for a weather TM. For example, 10 red shards give you a sunny day TM, and in Platinum you can also trade them for move tutor moves, which is convenient since you don't need to build up battle points. And here's that house I was talking about, Hunter's house. This is the guy who is going to trade me stuff for my shards, but I don't think I have any shards right now. And I believe in Hard Gold and Soul Silver you can trade shards for a bunch of berries depending on whether you're in Johto or Kanto. There's a guy in each region where you can trade shards, and the berries vary depending on the shards and the region. So yeah, that's exactly what I was telling you about earlier. So with that out of the way, it's time to end this video here, and in the next one, which is going to be all the way after the marathon, that's going to be in quite a while, we're finally going to head to Mazdi.